Today's episode starts in an uncomfortable place. Not because anything is falling apart, but because something needed to be named.
This is practically mindful shit. Loving myself while I'm losing it. Missing all. Oh, this is practically mindful shit. There's a moment with a little twist. Having a ball.
Lately, I've been sitting with something uncomfortable. There's been a space between me and someone I love. And I want to be clear about what kind of space this is because words matter. This isn't distance. This isn't disconnection. This isn't a loss of love. If anything, we reconnect pretty easily. We're magnets that way. But even magnets can feel the pull before they touch. And that's what this space has felt like. A pull, a tension, something unnamed. When I say we've been arguing, I also want to be clear about that. I don't mean yelling. I don't mean chaos. I don't mean things spiraling out of control. I mean disagreement. Two people not seeing the same thing the same way. Two people frustrated. Two people wanting to feel understood. I think sometimes we avoid the word argument because we associate it with failure. Like if you argue, something must be wrong. But disagreement doesn't mean danger. It means there's something asking to be looked at. In the middle of one of those arguments, something came up that stopped me. Not divorce, not paperwork, not any dramatic declaration. Just the idea of not being together anymore. And I want to say this gently, but honestly, that idea has come up before. We've been married 20 years, and even couples who genuinely love each other can bump into this thought from time to time, especially when fear is present. And here's the part that really matters. The moment it was said, I knew something very clearly. I didn't want that. Not even a little. There was no relief from the idea, no freedom, no sense of release. Just fear. We love each other. We're best friends. We enjoy being together. So when you see us smiling in pictures, holding hands, sitting close, laughing, that's real. That's not a version curated for social media. And I want to say that out loud because I know how easy it is to assume people are performing happiness online. That's not us. And still, even with real love and real connection, there can be a small dark space that shows up sometimes. The P.M.S. moment for me was realizing this. That space wasn't a sign that something was broken. It was a sign that something mattered. It wasn't that we wanted to be apart. It was that I was afraid of what it would mean if we ever were. Fear was speaking, not truth. And once I could name that, it lost some of its power. It didn't disappear, but it stopped driving the conversation. I think fear often uses extreme language to get our attention, not because it's accurate, but because it's loud. And when we don't slow down enough to name it, we mistake that voice for honesty, when really it's vulnerability asking not to be ignored. Naming the space didn't magically fix everything, but it shifted the tone. It moved us from asking, what's wrong with us, to asking, what are we afraid of losing? And those are very different questions. This isn't just about romantic relationships. This shows up in friendships and families, even within ourselves. Anytime there's tension, anytime there's distance, anytime something feels off, it's worth staying with the question a little longer. Before assuming something is broken, before assuming something is ending, before assuming something needs to be escaped, ask this instead. Do I actually want distance? Or am I scared of losing connection? Because those are not the same thing. If you're sitting with that space right now, with someone you love, or even inside yourself, you're not doing it wrong. Sometimes the bravest thing we can do is name what's really there before fear gets to decide for us. That's it for today's PMS episode. I'm Stacey, because really, mindfulness shows up in the everyday, the small, simple things that end up being the most profound. Until next time, pour it, sip it, breathe it, live it.
It's practically mindful shit. Yeah. Pour it, sip it, breathe it, live it.